YouTube. You got StudStyle Tarot back up in the building. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Yeah. So we trying to tap in and catch your energy. And I don't know why. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't know why I don't see myself on the camera here. Juicy in the building. Welcome, welcome. Yes, you know it, Juicy. You know it. It's the stud stars over here because you guys are very special to me, my collective. And I want to grow. I want to keep growing. You know, I'd love to, have the thousands of subscribers, but I'm just getting started. But anyhow, I was sitting here trying to tap in. And when I turned on Spirit Radio, the first song that I seen was Could It Be by Jaheim. And then the next song that was on right after that was Your Precious Love by D'Angelo. And then the song after that was You Make Life So Good. And now we're on Window Seat by Erykah Badu. And then I had cleared my table because, I did have a previous energy, still on the table. And we were left with the energy of, now let's see how this is going to work out for us today. The feast energy, right? Somebody could be seeing you in this energy of feasting right now, enjoying a good harvest, and in the energy of traveling, experiencing new things, because you've left a previous situation. I'm trying to see how I can get it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, there we go. You're traveling and on to new experiences in your life. Meanwhile, somebody could be stuck in a toxic relationship, looking over at you, living this good life, having this new experience in your life, and they're sitting in the window seat. Because that was the song, right? That was on Spirit Radio. This emperor energy. Somebody having to take a window seat and watch you feast because they're stuck in a toxic relationship. And on this card, we have Chucky and the bride of Chucky. So I can only imagine, the energy, over there. They both evil. They're both in this toxic energy. Meanwhile, you living your best life. And this card says, it's time to celebrate your hard work and even your small wins. Unexpected income or a pay raise is on the horizon. So see, right now at this time, you feasting. Life is good. And you're having new experiences. Now, I don't know if Spirit is trying to let you know you may need to look into expanding yourself and doing some marketing. This card says, you are great at promotions. Apply different marketing strategies to grow your business and continue to innovate to attract more sales. So this could be spirit trying to let you know you got to be innovative, a little bit more innovative, collective, which to me is saying more creative, in your marketing so that you can reach more people, so you can build, I guess, more of an audience, because you could be in the public eye some kind of way. Bottom of the deck, we have transformation. You see that, y'all? Transformation energy. This card says, change is coming for a brand new you. Embrace the transformation and enjoy the process. Sometimes change is uncomfortable, but it's worth it. So I almost have a feeling that somebody's going through a transformation. Could be you, collective. I mean, you traveled on, thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation, and left somebody behind. And not only are you possibly doing good at your job, getting ready to have a pay raise, we saw the card feasting. Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. But Spirit is like, if you do a little more marketing, you just might get a little more traction. First two cards out, we have North Star and attention. You see that? The attention card says, be careful in making decisions with your finances. Prioritize your needs over your wants, as it affects the balance of your cash flow. And now this North Star energy says, you're facing the future with excitement as you follow your dreams and embrace your passions in life. You are now on the path to your life's purpose. So see, we're already getting that you are a cosmic galactic being, right? In this North Star energy, you could be in your North Node, which is you being in your higher self. And you might be getting a lot of attention right now. Didn't I say something about, now having to market yourself so that you can reach more of an audience? You already have an audience. People are watching you. And right now, Spirit is trying to let you know that you got to be careful now. Prioritize your needs over your wants. Maybe now that you're getting a little bit more, of a cash flow coming in, you might be spending a little bit more now, right? Indulging in the things that you want versus the things you need. And it's okay. You deserve it, but now it's time to just pay attention, be strategic. You don't want to be throwing money away just because you have it. Sometimes you have to be smart with money when you have money. How do you think people who have money have it? They're not out here spending it all up. They're not over here trying to flex and floss and have the latest and the greatest just to impress people. So Spirit is just, I guess, speaking through me to speak to you about paying attention to how you spend your money. Be mature. This says you are becoming more mature in handling your finances Taking responsibility is exciting, but challenging. It's time to become more dependable. You see that, y'all? So it's looking like the energy is focused on you right now. As long as you stay in this mature energy, be wise in your decisions and your moves, you're going to continue to get these blessings. You see it, y'all? At the bottom of the deck, this card says, unexpected fortune is on the way. This is a great time to enjoy the blessings pouring in. Your finances are doing well now. So whoever you are out here in my StudStyle collective, you winning right now, right? We did see that you are feasting, enjoying the feast, the fruits of your labor. You know, Spirit is blessing you. You know, money could be looking really good right now. And Spirit is advising you to stay smart with your money, okay? Because you're going to have some people possibly trying to come in, you know, asking for a favor or two, wanting you to maybe help them out. It's been coming out in the collective reads that somebody may need a favor, you know, because their money is funny and you over here feasting, you know, in the abundance that Spirit is blessing you with. And because someone knows you to be unconditionally loving, they're hoping that you'll help them out, collective, because they're going through this firestorm. I can't make it up. I didn't even know this was at the bottom of the deck. Somebody is going through a lot of losses right now in their current situation. Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. Somebody's losing money. It's a lot of drama. And maybe as a result of all this loss and endings, somebody's having a mental breakdown right now. And you know how people get when they ain't got no money? Have you ever dealt with somebody who smokes cigarettes and they need a cigarette, but they don't have no money for it? Those people right there, boy, be hard to deal with sometimes. They start breaking down. You see, Spirit is showing us somebody who wants to spin the block. Somebody who's curious about you now because you over here winning. Your money looking good right now. And they curious. They want to know how you doing it, collective. How are you winning while they over here losing? Sometimes you got to lose to win again, right? That's what Fantasia said. The song right now that's on Spirit Radio is Cranes in the Sky. Every time I do my readings, I can guarantee you this song gonna come on Spirit Radio. Cranes in the sky. You being released from a karmic. You being freed from a psycho ex, a crazy ex, somebody who don't want to let go, somebody who could be obsessed with you at this time. Hey, I'm not trying to call nobody psycho, but that's what the card said. Somebody is a crazy ex. And I think this is your past person. Oh no. Spirit, you done gave me way too many cards, but I'm going to take them. First card out. Y'all see it? Karmic ties. This was a karmic to you. And if you go back to this karmic, there just might be some bloodshed. We don't want that. Ooh, The police? praying. Divine masculine, followed by Jezebel, followed by fed up. Okay, y'all. So this is a whole storyline right here. I think Spirit is trying to let us know, thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation, that we just got the storyline here about this emperor. Maybe this emperor had a karmic tie and there's been some bloodshed. And that's why the police are here. They done had to call the popos on this karmic. They done had to call the popos on this karmic. And now they over here praying. They over here still trying to have faith. The fact that we got somebody coming out as a divine masculine who could have been dealing with a Jezebel, and now they're fed up with that Jezebel. They're tired of that lifestyle is what I heard. They're tired of that life, that toxic life. And that's why, spiritual bro, when I say that, this is somebody who's trying to heal. This is somebody who could be still in the energy of having faith and connecting to the Most High right now, that they can get you back because they see you winning right now. But you know, on this card with the attention, it looks like somebody that's gambling, right? You know, like they playing roulette or something. Yeah. Somebody could be playing roulette. Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. Somebody who's ready to gamble. Also, you know, take a risk, wanting to get your attention because they're fed up somewhere else. Let me see what's at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, I can't make it up, y'all. We got the love message at the bottom of the deck. So I think somebody wants to send you, look, Spirit just showed me this. Reckless sex. This is somebody who may want to send you a love message after having reckless sex with a Jezebel. Maybe that Jezebel is the psycho, right? The bride of Chucky. Wow. Yeah. You know what? I don't know if I should keep all of these cards, but I do feel like Spirit is trying to let us know that we have possibly a masculine who is a divine masculine. And now they're turning to God. They're asking for forgiveness, for choosing a karmic over you. This is somebody who had to, again, shed some blood. They had to go through some pain. They had to go through some things in order to learn some lessons. And this could be with the police. This could be the spiritual police stepping in to this situation and breaking things up between this person and their karmic, the psycho. Wow. But them still being a divine masculine that's now ready to talk to you, collective, with the love message. But I don't know if you're going to be so willing to talk to them, right? Yeah. We got the memories coming out, followed by trap. Wow. So this might be somebody who could be or could have been in a trap with this karmic. They fell for the bait. They fell for the trap that maybe the devil set out for this person. And now all they can do is think about you. I mean, this is giving divine feminine energy, right? She's in all white. You know, maybe this is, you know, all they could think about is you. This beautiful divine feminine that they may have been not so nice to because of a Jezebel. See, we have the evidence energy at the bottom of the deck. Wow. This is somebody who you may have proof. You know, I think Spirit just said they got proof on this emperor. They got evidence that they may have done some things that broke some spiritual laws. Because you see how we got the spiritual police coming in, right? You know, this masculine, even though they were divine, were supposed to be, they were over here doing things that the Most High didn't approve of. And now could be paying karmic debt. You know, they could be stuck still with a karmic because they got to pay their debt. You know, there's proof on the things that this person did behind the scenes. The spiritual court got evidence. Wow. Y'all see how that card came out and fell out in the reverse on top of the trap and the fed up? Wow. Y'all remember we seen this card? They said they fed up with this crazy ex. They don't want to be with her anymore. They said she's not mature. She's childish. She plays a lot of games. Ooh, and could have been out here spreading fake news, y'all. And see, it's been coming up. Maybe this karmic is pregnant. On top of, ooh, wait a minute, because we see the pin trying to pop the condom right here, right? Maybe this is somebody who was trying to trap your person with a pregnancy. Trap them with a baby. This could have been somebody, woo, collective. They were a Jezebel energy, you know, and now somebody could be unemployed. You know, which remember I started off saying somebody was experiencing a lot of financial losses, somebody who's in debt right now, and maybe it's because this Psycho X been over here trying to get money out of your past person for a baby, trying to keep them trapped to them because of a baby. Wow. But collective, this past person said they fed up. You know, they're going through a firestorm. Remember, that was at the bottom of the deck when we split the deck, the firestorm and the spin in the block. So now we see somebody who clearly is going through a lot of drama. This person been over here lying, you know, telling this person, you know, hey, I just heard that they wasn't fooling around with their friend. Wow. Maybe this karmic was messing around with somebody the divine masculine knew. one of their friends and got pregnant by them and been over here lying about that situation. But now trying to trap your past person with this baby. This past person said they're not doing it. They're fed up. They said they want out of this toxic relationship. See, and you collective could have figured everything out. You know, because it says y'all figured it out. Now we have the Mr. and Mrs. Smith energy on this card here. And we got somebody who could have been guarding the door, right? Trying to keep this masculine, you know, stuck in a situation. Maybe this masculine has figured some things out, that this is a karmic, trying to keep them trapped. But they said they fed up and they ready to go, collective. They don't want to be with this Jezebel anymore. And they want to spin the block and they want to come back your way. Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. I got to say my prayer, y'all. I didn't even say my prayer. Angels, ancestors, and guides, thank you so much for your covering and your protection as I channel these messages for the collective. Anybody known or unknown, Spirit, sending any negative energy my way, return it back to the sender, Spirit, and bind it to them 1,000-fold. So mote it be. In the Most High God's name, we pray. Ashe, Ashe. Y'all see the card? Somebody's feeling like they should be yours and you should be mine. Now, I don't know, but this little Valentine's Day candy, I'm almost getting the impression that somebody gonna probably try to do something for you for Valentine's Day, collective. That's what it's giving. This next holiday, expect a surprise from somebody, possibly trying to spin the block. Oh, we got two cards that came out, y'all. It says attraction and still holding on. Yeah. This divine masculine, well, I don't know, are they divine? This masculine energy said they still attracted to you, collective, and they're still holding on. We cannot make this up. It says they want to try something new. They're ready to try something new. They want to get away from this karmic and try to be your divine masculine, your divine counterpart. But what's happening is they're having career worries right now. Remember, we just saw somebody who could be unemployed, who could be experiencing some financial debt, that could have bad credit. This psycho ex, this crazy ex been draining this person's finances, you know, possibly with all this baby talk. I'm gonna need this, you know, for the baby, and you know, the baby, and this ain't even their baby. This is somebody who done got pregnant by one of the masculine's friends. Maybe they found out that they was pregnant. Ooh, spiritual birth when I said that. After going to the hospital. After a hospital visit, huh? I thought I seen another card flip over. Hold on, y'all. Nope. Okay. So this hospital visit, hey, for all we know, wait a minute, watch this. Remember we saw the mental breakdown in the firestorm? So what could be happening is this crazy ex This psycho could be having a mental breakdown because this masculine don't want to be bothered with them while they're pregnant. They said they don't want to have nothing to do with this karmic anymore because the baby ain't theirs. It's fake news. Bottom of the deck. See? He said he's really not into her. He looking back at you. Really not into her. She's in love with me. Y'all see that? The bride of Chucky is in love with this masculine. But this masculine is still attracted to you, collective. But they may have got caught. Wow, there's a lot of cars, Spirit. Hey, I'll take it. Let's get the backstory, right? Let's get the backstory. For this Psycho X. Look at all these cars, y'all. In the reverse. Using children. I told you I can't make it up. This is somebody who's trying to use children for manipulation. You see that? It says manipulation on the bottom of the card. Using children for manipulation, followed by trying to drag you. So this karmic could be trying to drag you into this BS. You know, with them and this masculine, huh? Followed by, she hurt me. Followed by, still dating. On the bottom of the card, it says, keeping options open. Wow. Followed by, broke up with you or them. Followed by, mood swings. Laugh now, cry later, huh? Ooh, wait. Okay, so this is given that maybe this divine masculine could be breaking up with this karmic who is crazy with this, you know, psycho energy. You know, they could be bipolar. You know, they could have two faces. You know, the laugh now, cry later face. You know, with this mood swing, you know, energy. So this is somebody who has broken up with this karmic, possibly, because the karmic was still dating other people while they was with them. And as a result of them dating other people, they could have got pregnant. They could have got pregnant on purpose. They could have popped the condom with somebody else just so that they could get pregnant, just so that they could trap this masculine, you know, into trying to stay with them because they were pregnant. Bottom of the deck, see, we still got the really not into her energy, not really into her, you know, at the bottom of the deck. She's in love with me. Wow. Okay. See, and this karmic could be trying to keep you in this bull, in this BS, and you done already left the situation. You know, you've traveled far away, and spirit is over here blessing you right now. Right? With the blessings energy at the bottom of the deck. But you know, this could be this masculine now wanting to come travel back to you because they want to have a new experience because they're still holding on. Ooh. That could be this karmic that's still holding on to each other, but they're attracted to you and wanting to try something new. This is crazy. Collective, Stay away from this drama for real. Yup. Somebody said they heartbroken. Now we did just see the she hurt me, right? Right here. She hurt me. Their Jezebel hurt them. Uh-huh. But in order for this masculine to really learn a lesson, they had to be hurt, right? I mean, we did hear the song that now they have to take a window seat. And the song that's playing right now on Spirit Radio is Like a Star. Somebody could be seeing you in this star energy now that you've traveled and are having new experiences. And this is the whole reason why they want to come back into your energy. But collective, I know you stand in your ground, right? Because that has been the energy of my stud stars. Y'all been standing in your power, and y'all been not looking back while this person has been going through all this drama. And now maybe this Psycho X don't have no other, recourse but to try to be bringing your name up, in the situation, to try to drag you in some BS. Look how we got courage energy, strength energy. Wasn't I just saying that my stud stars are standing in their power, and not looking back? But this is somebody who is trying to find the courage to climb this uphill battle in order to get back into your energy. Collective. They said they're willing to do whatever it takes, is what I just heard, because they're still attracted to you. But they still dealing with a Psycho X in the background that's still holding on to them and won't let go. Even though they're fed up with them, this Psycho X is not letting go. Wow, that car flipped over, y'all. You see it? And it landed on the fed up and the trap. Ooh, we got the snake in reverse. You see that, y'all? Snake in the reverse. This is somebody who said they don't want to be a snake to you no more. Maybe they knew they was a snake towards you, saying now they don't want to be this snake. It's not what it looks like. That was the energy that they were in. Ooh, spiritual bird, when I say that. They were a snake to you. They said now they don't want to be a snake because they feel like this karmic was a third-party interference in this connection. They know now. Maybe this third party is still trying to interfere. Because, see, remember I said they trying to bring you up. They trying to bring you into this drama. They trying to use anything to keep this masculine from coming back to you. But this masculine is like, I don't want to be a snake no more. And they don't want to be a player no more either, right? I don't want to be a snake no more. But I also heard the player when I heard that in my head. Because they know that you are a divine feminine and this karmic isn't. And all they can do is think about you in that memories energy. All they do is think about you day and night. But hey, maybe, like we saw earlier, this The police had to be called in for something. Maybe there was a fight. I mean, we saw the energy. And now we have toxicity coming out with compromise. Wait a minute. This card says karmic relationship. Compromise. And then on the compromise card, it says making changes. So I think this person is realizing, with the double confirmation of toxic relationship, they're realizing that they were in a toxic relationship with someone else. And now wanting to make some changes. You see, we got the card of them praying, trying to have faith in meditation right now. Maybe this is somebody who could be trying to, be to themselves. Maybe now that spiritual police had to step in. Oh my God, look, we just got the other snake card. Y'all see that? We just got the other snake card. And now this says mimicking. So wait a minute. Hold on, spirit. Shapeshifter. Energy. Shapeshifter. Is this person still a shapeshifter, spirit? Wow. Because we've seen this card come out in the reverse. They said they don't want to be a snake no more, but they still could be a shapeshifter. And wanting to come in and mimic your energy. Wow. See, because maybe this divine masculine needs to spend a little bit more time doing the work. This divine masculine, or that was supposed to be your divine masculine, could still be in toxic energy, which is why they want you to compromise with them. All right, Spirit told me to take these two cards out. We have healing. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It says hurting, agonizing pain. Somebody's hurting right now. You see that? Followed by, third party interference. It came out. So this is somebody who could still be dealing with the third party. Even though they fed up with this karmic ain't making it easy for them to get away from them. This could be spirit saying that as a result of this karmic not being willing to let go, this is a forever breakup between you and them. As much as they may want to be with you, collective, this is over. Because Spirit said they're still a shapeshifter. Remember? Hey, and then remember in the beginning of this message, we saw the toxic relationship, and it says something about the same. Like they're the same energy. Chucky and the bride of Chucky, they're the same energy. So because they're still going through a lot of drama with this karmic, they looking back at you and seeing how good your life is, now that you've left them behind and you're not looking back and you're experiencing financial, increases in your life, unexpected wealth, all kinds of things coming in for you. And this is somebody who's still seeing themselves as your divine counterpart. in this Emperor energy, because we see the Divine Masculine card did come out, but this Divine Masculine is a shapeshifter. And reaping what they've sowed in this Seven of Pentacles energy. You sowed seeds with a Jezebel. And look at the karma now that's happening. They got a Psycho X who is not trying to let them go. And come to find out, they're bipolar. It's somebody who suffers from mood swings. Hey. Wow. Yep. This Emperor is in the Hangman energy. They're stuck. They're stuck where they at. But they're getting a whole new perspective. Yes, they are. They're seeing things differently now. This is somebody who is hoping and praying that you'll compromise. But I don't think so. You know, you're a divine feminine. You shouldn't have to settle for anything, you know, that's less than what you deserve. And I think this masculine knows that, you know, but still hoping and praying that they can at least get back into your energy, because this has been a breakup. Contract is over. With the breakup energy at the bottom of the deck. And as you can see, this is somebody who's heavily burdened in that Ten of Wands. This is somebody who knows they've done too much to you. Why would you want them back? You know, you remember, you haven't forgotten. Wow. Look, it keeps coming out. You know, we got this Passion card coming out with the Strength card. This is somebody who still has a lot of passion for you, and they're trying to find the strength, the courage to come in towards you. But this could also be you standing in your power, like I said in the very beginning of this message, and resisting this person that wants to come in with all this passion. Because you know they stuck somewhere else, right? You know they stuck. You know, and they're just a shapeshifter. They want to come in and mimic you. They want to come in and pretend that they're in your energy. They said now they're choosing you in this Two of Wands. Now they choose you. But see, this could also be, ooh, look at Spirit with that confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. They said now they choose you after they done went through all this drama with a karmic. They said hopefully you'll be willing to compromise with them, because they said they're trying to make some changes. But they're not all the way changed, see. You know, this is somebody who still has shadow work. This is Spirit forcing this person to now reflect on their actions, which would make you that catalyst for change. See, we got the Six of Cups coming out. This is somebody you leaving behind. You leaving them in the past. You know, this Six of Cups also represents, you know, someone who could have been from your past life. You know, someone who could have been a soulmate, a past life soulmate. Someone who can't stop thinking about you because they're nostalgic now. And we did get the confirmation of memories, you know, coming out earlier. They're thinking about the memories of you, all the feelings that they still have, that they didn't want to have for you. They still have them, collective. but you could be choosing a new path and leaving them behind in that Two of Wands. That could be you standing in your power. Wow. Okay, Spirit, you done gave me quite a few cards. I had to catch them. So the first card that came out is the emotional manipulator. You see that, y'all? That landed on the table. Now, these two cards fell out in that column, and we have, wow, the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so this is fated. This is destiny at play here. Now, this was another card. Ooh, divine partner. So you know what Spirit just said? That this was fated for this player who, remember I was singing earlier, don't want to be a player no more, as opposed to them not wanting to be a snake. They said they don't want to be a snake no more. Don't want to be a snake no more. But they're still a player. Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. There's still a player in that Knight of Wands. You know, but this Knight of Wands could also be you pursuing other passions in your life, because this person is an emotional manipulator. They're still a shapeshifter. And by you choosing to go on a different path, you will be connecting to a divine partner. That's what's coming in for you. And that was what's fated. So because they still have a karmic energy that won't let go, this past person is praying that they can spin the block and come back in your direction. But look at Spirit showing us at the bottom of the deck that this is somebody who still has a lot of secrets, collective. They still have a lot of secrets that they're keeping. And hold on, y'all. Let's see, because my screen down here is a little slow. I'm waiting for it to show me what y'all see. Oh, there it go. You're an empress. You're an empress, collective. You deserve better than somebody who still wants to keep secrets from you. Remember, I said they're a shapeshifter, and they're in this Three of Swords energy right now. You know, they're heartbroken because they still have to be with the third party. That third party interference. They still have to be with the third party. And now could be in isolation, like I said earlier, in hermit. Well, in the hangman, in the hangman energy. They're in hangman, but they're in isolation right now. Because, hey, maybe them and this karmic just had a really bad fight. And the police had to be called in, right? Yeah, things got ugly over there. And that could have just happened recently. You know, that they could have gotten to a serious fight. And this person is now, hey, maybe the karmic done went to jail, right? Pregnant and all. Look, she done got locked up. Maybe she's locked up at the hospital because they done found out, you know, she got some mental problems. Hey, I'm telling you, y'all got to take it how it resonates, because we've been getting a whole lot of energies coming through. Remember we saw this? Remember we saw this hospital energy? Somebody, for all we know, could have gotten to a fight. Police got called. And hey, somebody had to go to the hospital. And it could have been a mental, you know, facility. You know, because, you know, this is somebody who's having these mood swings. I'm just saying, y'all, I mean, we've been picking up a lot of different energies, on the table today. Y'all got to take it how it resonates. But I really do feel like Spirit is saying that you still have a past energy who is an emotional manipulator. That's why it came out there, a shapeshifter. Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. There's still a snake, and they want to try to come in and still maybe fool you because you're winning right now. You're receiving blessings from the Most High. Your finances is looking right. Ooh, spiritual bro, when I say that, your finances are looking right now. And it's because Spirit is blessing you. Meanwhile, they over there going through financial debt. Somebody could have lost their job. Credit is getting bad right now. They can't pay their bills. And this is somebody who now wants to spin the block because you looking good. You done matured. This is your winning season. And they said they still attracted to you. Remember we got that energy? They said they're still attracted to you. And they want to come in and not be a snake to you. But Spirit already showed us they are still a snake, collective. They are still a snake, and they still trying to hold on to you. They still trying to hold on to you while they got somebody still holding on to them. Hoping that you'll be willing to compromise. But collective, my stud stars, you have a new divine partner coming in. Okay? You do. You don't have to settle. You are empress. Remember that. We see that you leaving them in the past in this Six of Cups energy. You leaving the past in the past. But this masculine is hoping that you'll be willing to compromise yourself while they still keeping these secrets. I don't think so. Collective, I rolled the dice for a closing energy. And the closing energy that came out is the 3, which y'all know is my Empress energy, coming out with Pluto, which y'all know that's the death. That's the ending, which we seen right here, y'all. Wait, it came up at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, and we got the Gemini, which is the twins. There's been a death to this twin because you are an empress. You see that, y'all? You're an empress. It came out. Even with the dice, y'all seen me roll them. We got the death energy in the reverse. No, I'm sorry. It's in the upright and crossing. There's been an ending. And this is you being an empress with this 3 on the dice right here. We got the 3. But you know what? If I were to take it in the direction that it's lying in, there's been a death to this twin flame connection with you because they are with an empress in the reverse and crossing. This 3 is in the reverse and crossing. They're with a karmic. They're still with a karmic. Even the card that came out first said karmic ties, and it said toxic relationship. They're one and the same. They met their match. A snake to a snake. But what's happening is their snake just snaked them. And that's why they're looking back at you, collective. But I know you know better in this strength card. You're standing in your power. You know your worth. You know who you are. And you know that you deserve better than someone who wants to come in to mimic your energy. Keep moving forward, collective, okay? Continue to make smart choices. Don't gamble. Do not take a risk because somebody wants your attention. But Spirit is showing us, even with this first card here, that it'd be like playing roulette. Okay? Which is why Spirit said, be careful in making decisions with your finances. Prioritize your needs over your wants as it affects the balance of your cash flow. So see, you may be feeling like, hey, you might need some loving right now. You may feel like, you need companionship with somebody right now. But because you're in this Empress energy, you're abundant, it's risky, to deal with energies like this. It'll cause, your blessings to be affected. And you don't want that, collective, okay? So Spirit is like, move on, move forward, and don't look back. Leave the past in the past, because you do have a divine partner coming in for you. And that is destiny. This is your good luck for pursuing your passions now. In this Knight of Wands energy, you're pursuing your passions and you're in this Jupiter energy. Jupiter represents Sagittarius. And y'all know Sagittarius is the temperance angel. You are an angel, an earth angel. And you deserve to be with another earth angel, because this past person still thinks that they can manipulate you because they're still a snake. Keep going forward, collective, okay? So much love. That's right. That's right. And that's why you are standing in your power here. You see how that card came out? To clarify that first column? Standing in your power and resisting this person who just only wants to come in with passion. Okay? So keep doing what it do. Star seeds, my stud stars, because you deserve so much better than this past person. I'm going to leave it there. So much love and so much light. And until the next time, y'all, be good to each other and namaste.